Okay, it is 7 o'clock. I'd like to call the Tiffin City Council meeting of Tuesday, September 2nd, 2025 to order. The invocation and pledge of allegiance will be led by Councilmember Snee.
Thank you, Madam President. Please bow your head, pray in your way as I do in mine. Lord, I'd like to thank you for this wonderful day. Your desire that you bring us all together, all the council members together. We all have our attributes. We all have our ways, gifts that you've given us, and we thank you for that. It makes a great team, and we thank you for that. Thank you for the good weather we've had lately, and that we keep on taking care of the fine, great city of Tiffin, Ohio. Amen.
Thank you. Let's stand for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thank you. I will ask the clerk to call the roll, please.
Councilmember Snee.
Present.
Councilmember Thacker.
Here.
Councilmember Doherty.
Here.
Councilmember Hayes.
Here.
Councilmember Herniman.
Here.
Councilmember Jones.
Here.
And Councilmember Reesner.
Here.
Thank you. Let the record show that all 7 members of council are present this evening. Minutes from August 18th, regular and committee of the whole were distributed. Are there any questions, corrections, deletions on those? All right, those will stand approved as presented. We are under committee reports. Finance Committee, Councilmember Reesner.
No report, Madam President.
Thank you. Law and Community Planning, Councilmember Doherty.
No report, Madam President.
Thank you. Materials and Equipment, Councilmember Jones.
No report, Madam President.
Thank you. Personnel and Labor Relations, Councilmember Hayes.
No report, Madam President.
Thank you. Recreation and Public Property, Councilmember Snee.
No report, Madam President.
Thank you. Street, Sidewalks, and Sewers, Councilmember Thacker.
Yes, I do have a report. A Street, Sidewalks, and Sewers Committee meeting was held on August 11th, 2025 at 5:36 p.m. in Council Chambers. Attending were committee members Cheyenne Thacker, Aaron Jones, Kevin Reesner, Dennis Snee. Also attending were council members John Hayes and Kyle Doherty, City Administrator Nick Dutro, City Engineer Matt Watson, Law Director Zachary Fowler, Finance Director Kathy Kaufman, and Mayor Lee Wilkinson. Thacker called the meeting to order. The purpose of the meeting was to discuss Mayor's request for legislation number 25-38 regarding the authorization of easements for public sidewalk construction on Nelson Street and any other business that may come before them. Watson gave the committee information on Mayor's request for legislation number 25-38. There is an infill development being done on Nelson Street. The request is for sidewalk easements. The city would be granted an easement that would connect to existing sidewalks, but construction would be done by the private property owners. Reesner motioned to have the law director prepare legislation. Snee seconded the motion. The motion passed 4-0. With no further business, the committee adjourned at 5:42 p.m.
All right, thank you. Any questions on that report? All right. Economic Development and Downtown Planning, Councilmember Herniman.
No report, Madam President.
Thank you. Does anyone see the need to schedule a committee of the whole meeting? All right, we are under reports of the officers. His Honor, Mayor Lee Wilkinson.
Thank you, Madam President. To start off with, I'd like everyone to know that September is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. And so because of that, I do have a proclamation. And here to accept the proclamation is the Schroth family sitting in the front row there. So let me present this. Whereas each year in the United States, thousands of children are diagnosed with cancer, a disease that remains the leading cause of death by illness for children under the age of 15. And despite significant advances in research and treatment, childhood cancer continues to affect children of every age, gender, and socioeconomic background, with nearly 16,000 children diagnosed annually in the U.S. And whereas families, healthcare providers, researchers, and advocates in Ohio and across the country remain committed to raising awareness, funding research, and offering support to children and families impacted by pediatric cancer. And the City of Tiffin honors the bravery of young cancer warriors and their families and stands in solidarity with those who continue to fight for awareness, action, and advancement in childhood cancer care and prevention. And whereas through collaboration with hospitals, research institutions, and community organizations, we can raise awareness and invest in meaningful progress towards saving and improving young lives. Therefore, I do proclaim the month of September 2025 as Childhood Cancer Awareness Month in the city of Tiffin, and I urge all citizens to join in recognizing the children and families affected by childhood cancer, to support the organizations that provide care and conduct research, and to raise awareness about this critical public health issue. So I'd like to present this proclamation to the Schroth family.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
And I do have one more item of note for those of you who do future planning for Halloween at the end of October. Citywide trick or treat will be on Sunday, October 26th from 6 to 8 p.m. Last year, we tried to go from 5 to 7 as a compromise, but by 7 o'clock, it still wasn't quite dark enough for all of those great decorations to show up. So we're going to go back to 6 to 8, which I believe was Aaron Montz's favorite time to do trick or treat during his administration. So we're going to go back to that.
Great.
All right. And that's all I have. That concludes my report, Madam President.
Thank you, Mayor. Clerk of Council Ann Forrest,
No report, Madam President.
Director of Finance Kathy Kaufman,
Madam President.
right, Director of Law Zach Fowler.
Yeah, thank you, Madam President. Just two things for council. Want to mention at committee of the whole, but just that our part-time prosecutor, Alyssa Zadelka, her last day is September 5th. So just wanted to say thanks to her for one. She came in at a time that we needed some additional help and did a great job for us. So we do appreciate her time with us. Also that, as I mentioned, we're getting about $13,500 back from the county for unused funds. The finance director's request, F25-29, which is ordinance 2025-74 prepared tonight. That is just to reappropriate those funds to put those back into the budget to use those to hopefully find and pay for a part-time prosecutor. So I do ask that council consider suspending that tonight. The other is just wanted to update again on the cybersecurity policy. Since our last meeting, there was some communication flowing through the Ohio Municipal Attorneys Association, and it was shared that there's it's the Ohio Cyber Reserve, which is through the Ohio Department of Public Safety, but they are working to put together some resources. So I've shared that with City Administrator. I believe he's already reached out to be essentially put on their list. He's also, I know, is working with our IT vendor on a policy. So Lexipol, like I said, they have a policy that's being reviewed with the IT vendor to see if it's appropriate and kind of meets what we're doing. So we do anticipate having something for council here soon, but the state auditor released a bulletin last week about their intentions on compliance and that they want to see, they expect to have cities pass and have a policy in place by January 1 of next year. So we expect to see something from city administration in the next couple of meetings.
Okay. Thank
That's
you.
my report.
Thank you. All right, that takes us to written communications.
We have Mayor's request for legislation number 25-41, escrow agreement.
Thank you. Mayor's request for legislation number 25-41 is assigned to the Law and Community Planning Committee.
Mayor's request for legislation number 25-42, alcohol sale exemptions for events.
Thank you. Mayor's request for legislation number 25-42 is assigned to Recreation and Public Property Committee.
Mayor's request for legislation number 25-43, renaming Applejack Park for Louisa K. Fast.
Thank you. Mayor's request for legislation number 25-43 is also assigned to the Recreation and Public Property Committee.
Mayor's request for legislation number 25-44, deed acceptance for 17 North Washington Street.
Mayor's request for legislation number 25-44 is assigned to the Law and Community Planning Committee.
Mayor's request for legislation number 25-46, appointment to the Civil Service Commission, Barry Devine.
Mayor's request for legislation number 25-46 is assigned to the Personnel and Labor Relations Committee.
Mayor's request for legislation number 25-47, reappointment to the Seneca Metropolitan Housing Authority, Tom Schweitzer.
Mayor's request for legislation number 25-47 is also assigned to Personnel and Labor Relations.
And then we have a new one that was not in the packet. It was added this afternoon. Mayor's request for legislation number 25-48, appointment to the Seneca County Health Board of Health, Helena Thykos.
Mayor's request for legislation number 25-48 is also assigned to Personnel and Labor Relations.
Finance Director's request for legislation number F25-28 to amend the 2025 Budget Ordinance 24-94 to appropriate funds into the Human Resources budget.
Thank you. Finance Director's request for legislation number F25-28 is prepared this evening as ordinance 25-73.
Finance Director's request for legislation number F25-29 to amend the 2025 Budget Ordinance 24-94 to appropriate funds into the Assistant Law Director budget.
Thank you. Finance Director's request for legislation number F25-29 is prepared this evening as ordinance 25-74.
And Finance Director's request for legislation number F25-30 to amend the 2025 Budget Ordinance 24-95 to appropriate funds into the Parks and Rec capital budget.
Thank you. Finance Director's request for legislation number F25-30 is prepared this evening as ordinance 25-75.
And that concludes the written communications.
Thank you. We are now under oral communications. Anyone wishing to address council may step to the podium, sign in, and direct their questions to myself. You guys are good? Okay. All right, thank you. Thank you for coming. We are now under motions. Are there any motions this evening? We're now under resolutions and ordinances.
Resolution number 2025-37, introduced by Cheyenne Thacker, a resolution expressing appreciation to Deborah A. Reamer for her service to the City of Tiffin as the City Administrator and Director of Human Resources.
Thank you. Councilmember Thacker.
I move to have resolution 25-37 read in its entirety.
Thank you. There's a motion to have resolution 25-37 read in its entirety. Is there a second? Councilmember Snee.
I second that motion.
Thank you. There's a motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, thank you. So we're going to do a motion
Okay.
for passage.
Oh, I thought it would be read in its entirety
Okay,
first.
okay.
Yeah.
Yep, perfect. Thank you.
I'll proceed.
Perfect.
Whereas Deborah A. Reamer's long tenure and dedicated service to the City of Tiffin began when she was appointed as a city administrator by then Mayor James W. Boroff at the regular council meeting of January 4th, 2011, and confirmed by City Council on January 17th, 2011. Whereas Deborah A. Reamer continued to serve as his city administrator until late 2016, when the City Council created the position of Director of Human Resources, and she was appointed to that role by then Mayor Aaron D. Montz. And whereas, as the City of Tiffin's first Director of Human Resources, Deborah A. Reamer served as a model Human Resources Director by developing job descriptions, conducting employee training, and resolving employment matters, all while serving with a passion for the city and its employees. Now therefore, be it resolved by the Council of the City of Tiffin, Ohio, as follows. Section 1, that Tiffin City Council publicly expresses its sincere appreciation to Deborah A. Reamer for her service to the City of Tiffin as a city administrator and director of human resources, and thanks her and her family for unselfishly giving of her time and talents for the betterment of the city. Section 2, the clerk of council is hereby directed to provide a certified copy of this resolution to Deborah A. Reamer. Section 3, this resolution shall take effect and be in full force from and after the earliest date allowed by law.
Councilmember Thacker.
I move for passage of Resolution 2025-37.
Thank you. There is a motion for passage of Resolution 25-37. Is there a second? Councilmember
I'd like to
Britton.
second that motion, Madam President.
Thank you. There's a motion and a second. Any discussion? Councilmember Thacker.
Yeah, I just wanted to take this time to publicly express my thanks to Deb, who so unselfishly served the city with so much passion and grace and kindness. So thank you, Deb.
Well said. Yeah, I echo those sentiments. Okay, if there's no other discussion, I'll ask the clerk to call the roll for the vote, please.
Councilmember Snee.
Yes.
Thacker.
Yes.
Dougherty.
Yes.
Hayes.
Yes.
Horniman.
Yes.
Jones.
Yes.
And Reesner.
Yes.
Resolution 25-37 passes with a vote of 7-0.
Would it be appropriate at this time to have Deb come to the podium and say a few words?
Sure.
Deb, I would like to invite you to the podium to say a few words. That would be great. You can do it.
I didn't like the tire.
You're retired.
I know. Nick, that was nice.
He did that on purpose. Putting the mic way up there.
Thank you for the invite, first of all. It's a pleasure. My husband kept asking questions. I said, and then his phone goes off. So it's typical. It's all I can say. It's typical. But it's been an honor and a pleasure to do this position. It still seems like a vacation to me. I dream about this place nonstop all the time. I'm sure I will for a very, very long time. But I so appreciate you all and what you do. Keep up the great work. Okay. Thank you.
Thanks, Deb.
Thank you, Deb,
Thank
for
you. Thank you so much for doing this.
when I was just campaigning for mayor before the election, I came up and had a nice conversation with Deb, which convinced me that we were in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Deb. Okay.
Okay. Resolution number 2025-38, introduced by Aaron Jones. A resolution opposing Ohio Power Company's request to increase distribution rates, requesting that the Public Utilities Commission of Ohio deny the utilities request and declaring an emergency.
Thank you. This is the first reading of Resolution 25-38. Councilmember Jones.
Thank you, Madam President. I move for immediate passage of Resolution 2025-38, suspending council's three reading rule.
Thank you. There's a motion for suspension of council's three reading rule and immediate passage of Resolution 25-38. Is there a second? Councilmember Snee.
Yes, I'd like to second that motion, Madam President.
Thank you. There's a motion and a second. Any discussion? All right. Seeing none, we'll first vote on the suspension.
Councilmember Snee.
Yes.
Thacker.
Yes.
Dougherty.
Yes.
Hayes.
Yes.
Horniman.
Yes.
Jones.
Yes.
And Reesner.
Yes.
Suspension passes with a vote of 7-0. We'll now vote on the emergency.
Councilmember Snee.
Yes.
Thacker.
Yes.
Dougherty.
Yes.
Hayes.
Yes.
Horniman.
Yes.
Jones.
Yes.
And Reesner.
Yes.
Emergency passes with a vote of 7-0. We'll now vote on the passage.
Councilmember Snee.
Yes.
Thacker.
Yes.
Dougherty.
Yes.
Hayes.
Yes.
Horniman.
Yes.
Jones.
Yes.
And Reesner.
Yes.
Resolution 25-38 passes with a vote of 7-0.
Ordinance number 2025-63, introduced by Kevin Reesner. An ordinance amending the 2025 Budget Ordinance 24-94 to appropriate funds into the general administration budget for a baseball complex feasibility study at Hedges Boyer Park.
Thank you. This is the third reading of ordinance 25-63. Councilmember Reesner.
Thank you, Madam President. I move for passage, immediate passage of ordinance 2025-63, suspending city council's reading rule. 63.
There is no suspension on that because it's the third
Oh,
reading.
yeah. I just moved for passage on.
There we go. All right. There is a motion for passage of ordinance 25-63. Is there a second? Councilmember Doherty.
I'll second that, Madam President.
Okay, there's a motion and a second. Any discussion? Councilmember Herniman.
I think this project and such that, they're talking about with the baseball complex feasibility and such and everything, it does two of the things that I think are very important. One is economic development, bringing in, if you have a complex that has multiple fields and multiple uses and that you can do, that's an economic boost to our economy. And also quality of life is very, very important and such in having that, so.
Thank you for that. Any other discussion? Okay, we will vote on the passage.
Councilmember Snee.
Yes.
Thacker.
Yes.
Doherty.
Yes.
Hayes.
Yes.
Horniman.
Yes.
Jones.
Yes.
And Reesner.
Yes.
The ordinance 25-63 passes with a vote of 7-0.
Ordinance number 2025-65, introduced by Kevin Reesner. An ordinance amending the 2025 Budget Ordinance 24-94 to appropriate funds into the general administration budget and park budget.
Thank you. This is the third reading of ordinance 25-65. Councilmember Reesner.
Thank you, Madam President. I move for passage of ordinance 2025-65.
Thank you. There's a motion for passage of ordinance 25-65. Is there a second? Councilmember Jones.
I second that motion, Madam President.
Thank you. There's a motion and a second. Any discussion? Okay, we will vote on the passage.
Councilmember Snee.
Yes.
Thacker.
Yes.
Doherty.
Yes.
Hayes.
Yes.
Horniman.
Yes.
Jones.
Yes.
And Reesner.
Yes.
Ordinance 25-65 passes with a vote of 7-0.
Ordinance number 2025-69, introduced by Scott Horniman. An ordinance to amend Chapter 723 of the codified ordinances.
Thank you. This is the second reading of ordinance 25-69.
And this, I should say, this is amended 2025-69.
Got it. The second reading of amended ordinance 25-69.
Excuse me a minute.
No worries.
I'm missing a paper, but let me get things set up here. Ordinance 2025-73, an ordinance amending the 2025 Budget Ordinance 24-94 to appropriate funds into the Human Resources budget.
Thank you. This is the first reading of ordinance 25-73. Councilmember Reesner.
Thank you, Madam President. I move for immediate passage of ordinance 2025-73, suspending city council's reading rule.
Thank you. There's a motion to suspend council's three reading rule and immediate passage of ordinance 25-73. Is there a second? Councilmember Hayes.
I'd like to second that motion.
Thank you. There's a motion and a second. Any discussion? Councilmember Reesner.
These are for budget changes due to the staffing changes in the HR department. So this will affect us October through the end of the year.
Perfect. Thank you. Any other discussion? All right, we will first vote on the suspension.
Councilmember Snee.
Yeah. Well, yes.
Councilmember Thacker.
Yes.
Doherty.
Yes.
Hayes.
Yes.
Horniman.
Yes.
Jones.
Yes.
And Reesner.
Yes.
Suspension passes with a vote of 7-0. We'll now vote on the passage.
Councilmember Snee.
Yes.
Thacker.
Yes.
Doherty.
Yes.
Hayes.
Yes.
Horniman.
Yes.
Jones.
Yes.
And Reesner.
Yes.
Ordinance 25-73 passes with a vote of 7-0.
Ordinance number 2025-74, an ordinance amending the 2025 Budget Ordinance 24-94 to appropriate funds into the Assistant Law Director budget.
Thank you. This is the first reading of ordinance 25-74. Councilmember Reesner.
Thank you, Madam President. I move for immediate passage of ordinance 2025-74. Suspending city council's reading rule.
There you go. All right. There is a motion for suspension of council's 3 reading rule and immediate passage of ordinance 25-74. Is there a second? Councilmember Herniman.
I'll second that motion, Madam President.
Thank you. There's a motion and a second. Any discussion? Councilmember Reesner.
This is for reappropriating funds back into the budget for wages for a departing employee.
Okay. Thank you. Any other discussion? Oh, Councilmember Herniman.
This money is actually coming from the county, and we need to put it into our budget so that it is.
To apply for the assistant law director. Yep. Okay. We will first vote on the suspension.
Councilmember Snee.
Yes.
Thacker.
Yes.
Dougherty.
Yes.
Hayes.
Yes.
Horniman.
Yes.
Jones.
Yes.
And Reesner.
Yes.
Thank you. Suspension passes with a vote of 7-0. We'll now vote on the passage.
Councilmember Snee.
Yes.
Thacker.
Yes.
Dougherty.
Yes.
Hayes.
Yes.
Horniman.
Yes.
Jones.
Yes.
And Reesner.
Yes.
Ordinance 25-74 passes with a vote of 7-0.
Ordinance 2025-75, introduced by Kevin Reesner, an ordinance amending the 2025 budget ordinance 24-94 to appropriate funds into the Park and Recreation capital budget.
Thank you. This is the first reading of ordinance 25-75. Councilmember Reesner.
Thank you, Madam President. I move for immediate passage of ordinance 2025-75, suspending city council's reading rule.
Thank you. There's a motion to suspend council's 3 reading rule and immediate passage of ordinance 25-75. Is there a second? Councilmember Snee.
Yes, I'd like to second that motion, Madam President.
Thank you. There's a motion and a second. Any discussion? Councilmember Reesner.
I just want to thank the VFW Post 2858 and looks like the AMVETS Post 48 for their donations for this.
Agreed. Thank you. If there's no other discussion, we will first vote on the suspension.
Councilmember Snee.
Yes.
Thacker.
Yes.
Dougherty.
Yes.
Hayes.
Yes.
Horniman.
Yes.
Jones.
Yes.
And Reesner.
Yes.
Thank you. Suspension passes with a vote of 7-0. We'll now vote on the passage.
Councilmember Snee.
Yes.
Thacker.
Yes.
Dougherty.
Yes.
Hayes.
Yes.
Horniman.
Yes.
Jones.
Yes.
And Reesner.
Yes.
Ordinance 25-75 passes with a vote of 7-0.
And that concludes the legislation.
Thank you. We are now under other business. Councilmember Dougherty.
Yes, thank you, Madam President. I'd like to announce a Long Community Planning Committee meeting for September 8th at 5:15 p.m. 2025 at Tiffin City Council Chambers to discuss mayor's request for legislation numbers 25-41, which is the escrow agreement, and also mayor's request for legislation 25-44 regarding the deed acceptance for 17 North Washington Street, and discuss any other business that may come before us.
Thank you. Councilmember Hayes.
Yes, I'd like to announce a Personnel and Labor Relations Committee meeting for September 8th in City Chambers. This will be immediately following the Law and Community Planning meeting. We will be discussing mayor's request for legislation 25-46, 25-47, and 25-48, and any other business that comes before the committee.
Thank you. And Councilmember Snee.
Yes, Madam President. I'd like to announce the committee, the Recreation and Public Property Committee meeting following the Personnel and Labor Relations meeting, and to discuss mayor's request for legislation 25-42, alcohol sale exemptions for events, and also request legislation 25-43, renaming Applejack Park for Louisa K. Fast.
Thank you.
And anything else that may come before the committee.
Thank you. Anything else for council this evening? Okay. Seeing none, we can adjourn. Thank you.